Good morning, Reds, all around the world. Why are you laughing?
I don't know why that made me laugh. Sorry, go on, carry on.
Good morning, Reds, all around the world. Welcome back to the Kop TV. This is, of course, you know by now, it's Monday morning. It can only mean one thing, and that is our Kopics.
Yeah, mate.
Right, where we discuss the hottest Kopics, see what we've done there, in the world of Liverpool Football Club. So smash that like button. Loads to talk about today, including Real Madrid already and Marco already doing all this, aren't they? Right, for Konate to go there for free again next year. We're also going to be talking about Andy Robertson potentially leaving Liverpool and Darwin Nunez. Where will he end up? Also, a big happy birthday to Jurgen Klopp, the boss, the ex-boss, and also happy birthday belated. It was Mo Salah's birthday yesterday as well.
33, lads.
Big one in the fraternity there. How are we, fella? You good?
Yeah, a little bit sleepy this morning, but I'm all right.
You still got that broken finger?
Yeah, I've had this. I've done all my streams I've done with this, and that's been
that
9, and it's going to go to 12
Really?
before I can take it off. Yeah.
3 more weeks.
Don't snap the tendons in your fingers, kids, because this is what happens. You have to wear these stupid contraptions for ages.
If you're an audio listener, he still has the little...
It's like a little splint on my finger to keep it straight, and it's frustrating as hell to do anything with, lad. Can't cook. Well, I can, but it's just a pain.
All good though, apart from that?
Grand, absolutely. Everything's good. I don't like seeing all these mass exodus from Liverpool at the moment. I'm seeing Konate, Robbo, all these different players that are leaving. Don't like that.
No, we won't.
But we'll talk about
that, of course.
How are you, lads? You okay?
Yeah, good, mate. Good.
Got back from the Holland, haven't you, mate?
Yeah, I was in Netherlands for the weekend, in Enschede and Almelo and Amsterdam. I did a little Dutch tour, to be honest. It's a lovely country, and the Dutch are great people, you know. I love the Dutch. But I was playing in this. This is the official match program from Shirts v Boots. The 5th year, it was the Euro 2000 25th anniversary. That was the theme of the weekend. And there's the the ball that we played with. There's all the players, all their nationalities, all their flags and that. Do you know what? It was unreal. You played in the first one. You know the lads.
Injured myself in that one as well, lad.
You did injure yourself.
Ended up out for 3 months because of that.
But yeah, I was the captain. We got to lift the trophy. And maybe before the end of the episode, I'll send on the video of the old trophy lift to Haas so we can get that played at the end. But yeah, we won the 6-3. Got an assist for the first goal.
You're funny.
Well,
he's gonna make it all. Watch him lift some tin pot, you know.
Yeah, no, it's not a tin. Don't have some
respect. It's a belter.
Nah.
To be fair, like the organisation of this event is incredible. It is. It's cool to be part of. It really is.
Yeah, there was some raffles as well, which raised money for charity. Someone won flights, accommodation, and match tickets to Sampdoria with the Ultras. So one of the lads won that. There was loads of. There was a Man United ticket. Some poor kid had to win that. He didn't look happy at all. But yeah, we won 6-3. Shout out to Connor, man of the match. Shout out to Gustavo Garcia, who was our Fernando Torres yesterday. I was just whacking it over the top for him, and he was going on and finishing it. So yeah, wicked weekend. I bumped into a couple of Kopites out there. There was an Evertonian, right? And he went, "You're like this, lad." Pulled his shorts up, and he had a tattoo on his leg. Do you know what I said? Kopite gobshites.
Oh, yes, it is.
He had that on. Imagine a toffee getting that tattoo.
Get something about your own club on your leg, mate. Not saying about Liverpool.
Oh, do you know what? I'm just hearing from production. Yeah, the video is ready to play. So let's see me lifting another trophy, as if I haven't lifted enough already. Go on. Come on. There you go.
Little catch and throw there, lad.
Throw it up. Champagne is actually Prosecco all over the place. And again, we're quite used to lifting trophies in the last month, haven't we?
It's been great.
Not bad at all.
It's been great.
Not bad at all. But whilst I was playing in that game in Holland, 31 degrees, by the way, it was the most intense kind of heat that I've ever played in. I literally got on the coach after to go back into Enschede to the hotel. We had a little night out. Go on my phone. Andy Robertson going to Atletico Madrid. I was like, where's this come from? Because, listen, if there's one player you don't expect to leave it's Andy Robertson. So listen, the rumours are there.
As well, lad.
David Ornstein tweeted yesterday.
James Pearce
tweeted when it happened on Saturday as well. But Atletico Madrid are weighing up a move to sign Liverpool left-back Andy Robertson. No formal talks yet between the clubs or with the 31-year-old. But with Theo Hernandez out of the frame, the Scotland international is among the options. That was the tweet yesterday, but the day before that, there were more kind of concrete tweets and rumours going around that he'd already spoken to them. Simeone. Do you know what? When you think about the move, Simeone and Robertson, it does work.
It's perfect for him.
It is perfect for him, and we'll speak about that. But from a Liverpool perspective, I mean, he's been with us for 8 years. Obviously, it wasn't his best season last year, but is it? I don't know. Is it wrong of us to think that a player like Andy Robertson should just retire at Liverpool? Or should we almost be surprised when we hear these rumours that he's looking to move?
No, we shouldn't be surprised. We're prioritising buying a new left-back who's going to be our starter in Kopics. There's no doubt about it that he's been thinking about it. He's even mentioned in his interviews. Atleti seems like the perfect club for him to go to. As well as, I hate this, but he's going to have Trent there in Madrid. That's a selling point, mate. It is. He's going to move to a new country, but he's got his good mate in the same city as him. It makes sense. He's not going to be asked to play up and down on the wing where he hasn't got the legs, and we've seen it this season, to do that. But he will be asked to sit back, and he's fantastic at that. He's great at tackling, lad. He's great at being dogged. Atleti suits him down to his core. It's a perfect move for him, but it's not a perfect move for Liverpool because we wasn't expecting it. Having said that, have you seen Slot's tactics, mate, when it comes to transfer windows? I don't know if you've seen his first transfer window for Feyenoord, right? I'm going to show you a picture, but when I say it's mad, like the list of players going out and the list of players going in is huge.
It's a lot. I can see it's a lot.
Big. It's how many players is that? At least 11, maybe 13 players out. In and out.
Right.
It's ridiculous. So he actually went on to win the league after he did that. So I feel like something similar is going down. He's getting rid of the old guard, and you got to just respect Robbo. If he does want to leave, no problem with it. I'm gutted on the Liverpool side of things, but not personally with him. Like, he's done
this is a man who has more Premier League assists than Eden Hazard,
Paul Scholes, mate.
Paul Scholes, Andy Robertson, right? Most assists
legend, lad, absolute legend of this football club. And and if we're being totally honest with ourselves, there's a reason why we've been in for Kopics, right? Because Robbo, we can see a small decline in his performances, and it's not to say that he's not a great player and he can't offer another team exactly what he's good at. But he just hasn't got them legs, I don't think, anymore, to bomb up and down and then have the brain to get back and defend still without being shattered. Because he was making a lot of silly decisions last season.
He got sent off against Fulham, obviously. A few instances when
twisted up by Saka.
He's been twisted up by Saka and given pens away.
The mistakes against Fulham when he made 3 mistakes in a row, mate. Like, it's things like that.
That was the away game.
Yeah.
And he got sent off in 15 minutes in the home game, didn't he? But listen, what we can't do is act now that these rumours have come out like we were washing our hands with him anyway.
No, we definitely weren't. We want. If you look at our start, sell bench thing, all of us put starts because he is our starting left back. He's still good enough to start for Liverpool. But there's a reason why we're buying an understudy for him. And I did think he'd stay at the club for another 2-3 years. Yeah. He even talked about his contract extension a few weeks ago, talking, we asked the fans to be as excited about extending his contract as they were for Salah and Virgil. Yeah. And I understand that. So if he's not feeling that love or that place anymore in Liverpool, it makes total sense for him to go to Atleti. It really, it's almost the perfect place for him to go.
The way people are speaking about it online, especially from Saturday over to Sunday, it's like he's almost already gone. People are saying he's not going to get the send-off, and he's the best Liverpool left-back in the Premier League era, which he is. He's won 2 Premier League titles, 1 year left on his contract. So Liverpool would, if there is a fee, which there would be, it would be 8-10 mil.
Yeah.
It would cover what we paid for him all those years ago. But if he does leave, I'd be gutted.
Yeah.
I'd love him to stay for 1 more year, and then listen, we'd probably have to sell him for free next year, or unless he
got a contract extension for 2 years or something.
But he's definitely carved himself into every Liverpool fan's starting 11, like best ever Premier League era. He is that without question.
Yeah.
And Liverpool have never lost a match in which Andy Robertson has scored in.
How many has he scored in though?
Probably about 6 or 7.
There's lots of things that Robbo was good at, but shooting is not one of them.
If you could combine
Reset and Robbo
and Risa, I think you'd maybe have the best left back of all time.
Yeah, quite literally ever.
Because he's got into so many positions at the back stick where you think drill it across the keeper and he skies it.
There's not many, is there? There's Marcelo and Roberto Carlos. But other than that, he would be one of the best. And even without that, he still is one of the best left backs I've ever seen. He really is.
I mean, the way people, like I said, the way people have, like, I'm seeing this tweet now saying he came, he saw, he conquered, we'll never forget you. Until we hear some more concrete rumours and chats that have been happening, we can maybe start tweeting about that kind of stuff. But at his peak a few years ago, I mean, considering as well, we bought him for 8 million quid off Hull, a relegated team. He is one of the best ever pound for pound signings Liverpool have ever made.
Absolutely. The Kop team that he built, the signings in that team were unbelievable. Mo Salah for 35 million, who's went on to be one of the best players in Premier League history. Robertson, the best left back, one of the best left backs, probably since Ashley Cole. Genuinely, he's that good. He's incredible. He's one of the best players ever in football, I think, to be honest with you, lad. Not just the Premier League. It's insane.
Absolutely. I would say he's top 2 best left backs in the Premier League ever.
I would say so too. Top 3, top 5.
With Ashley Cole, of course.
Yeah,
he's the
Ashley
best,
Cole's
right?
the best. We know that, lads. But Robbo cannot be.
If he does leave, he's not going to be getting like a proper send-off. And you look at the send-off Trent got, whether people agree with it or not, whether Liverpool fans were too nice to him as he left the door, I just would hate it that he doesn't get a proper send-off.
I know, and I guess
if he did leave, we'd understand it and we'd give him his best wishes, because he's obviously been asked so many times, by the media in the last month or two. Kirkers is coming in. How does that affect you? He's played it down. He's also said, I've not been that bad. Like, people forget after a few bad games, they write you off. He's 31 now. And I almost look at when Kieran Trippier went to Atleti, won the league with them.
Yeah.
And then still had time to come back after that and, win a trophy with Newcastle against us. But let us know what you think about these rumours. Andy Robertson to Atletico Madrid. On paper, you can see it happening. You can see it working. I think he would be adored out there. You look at Conor Gallagher, how well he started life in Madrid. You look at Scott McTominay and Billy Gilmore. They've won in Napoli. You look at Tammy Abraham, Tomori at AC Milan. They won the league there. So I'm not ready to say goodbye yet.
No one
I'd
is.
still love another year of Robbo, maybe even a contract extension. But can you understand why he is looking at the lay of the land, thinking Kirkes is going to come in? And can you understand why he is considering this move?
Yeah, 100%. It sort of reminds me of the Hendo or the Fab transfer, where it came out of nowhere in the middle of the transfer window and we were all shocked, and the players didn't get the send-off that they deserved. Both of them lads, Hendo and Fab, we loved them. Massive servants to the club, and we wanted to celebrate them. And it'll be the same with Robbo. He absolutely deserves to go to another club and play his football. And I do think he'd play football at Liverpool, but when you're seeing a young lad coming in your position, there's signs there, right, that he's going to be pushed out eventually. At some point, he's not going to be the starter. Whereas for Atleti, they might promise him the next 4 years of being their starting left back. And do I want the best for Robbo because he's an absolute legend for our club? Yes, and I want him to do whatever that means to him. What's the best to him? Probably playing football, being in Spain, enjoying his life and the last parts of his career. If that's what he has to do, mate, no begrudgement whatsoever. As I said, Trent's going to be there. He's got loads of incentive, loads of it. It makes sense for him. He can let the new guard come in and the old guard phases out.
Yeah.
We're going to only be left with soon Virgil, Ali, Salah and Gomez.
Yeah. From the team that won the Champions League, at least. So let us know what you think, man. I mean, I'd be gutted if Andy Robertson left. What have you done?
Just whack my finger. Oh,
sausage. Look at him. Always gets injured. Yeah, man, it's tough.
It's sad.
It's tough.
I don't want this one's sad. No one does. Do not.
And I was so surprised. I think the key word was surprised when I saw this on Saturday. And like I said, people were saying as if it was a done deal. He's off.
It's like we know transfers work. We of course do. Trent knows Spanish. Yeah, it's not because he just learned it in the last 2 weeks. It's because he got talked to about this move a long time ago. They'd spoke about it before any formalities had happened. This is what happens with players. Klopp did it with Virgil van Dijk, mate.
Yeah.
It could have been something that he's already had a chat about, and I don't begrudge him in any way for it, because it might be time.
He has got the same agent as Henderson and Trent. Obviously, Trent's brother.
Yeah. It might be time, mate.
We haven't actually spoken about Trent since he's actually gone to Madrid,
and we don't need to.
And we don't need to, obviously. But what was your reaction like when you saw him speaking?
Don't care.
Spanish?
Don't want to do it. Don't care. Honestly, like that. What was my reaction? I was frustrated. It made me feel like
we thought it was
Liverpool
all done and over,
and
then
the
we
sad
got,
piece, lad. Like he's made us feel like. There's a part of his interview. There's part of his interview, where he said, "I can't believe I watched them do this." He's part of his interview where he said, "I've been waiting a long time to see this happen."
Makes me sick.
The conversation went on for another 5 minutes or something, and he retracted and went back to it and went,
laughed,
"I just want to say, by the way, when I said a long time, I meant a few weeks." And he's trying to cover his tracks.
He was laughing.
And I know, and it's just like it's a little bit insulting, but also. I don't care anymore, mate. He's there. He's going to have a great time. He's going to be fantastic. Get on with your life. And
he's changed his name on the shirt.
Go for him.
Trent.
I can't believe
Andy would just go Andy on the back.
Change this whole family name. Oh, it is what it is. I don't want to talk about him. It's done. I can't be bothered.
Do you feel different now compared to when we had that podcast when the news was announced?
Seeing him in a Madrid shirt is not a nice thing to see. So, yes.
But he loves it.
Yeah, of course he does. He's there for vanity. We all know the reasons why he's went. Everyone wants to play for Real Madrid, and that's what you're doing, mate. So just let him get on with it. He shouldn't be in any more Liverpool fan channels talking about him. He's done. He's finished. It's gone.
So I was right then.
Yeah. Yeah, I know it's not.
You were like, yeah, we'll have him back
no, I'm
to
not in the
fan.
mind. I'm not in the mind of hating on the kid. I'm in the mind of just forgetting about the kid. Like he's done it. Like great moments. Thank you very much, lads. But you've chose your path, and now just get on with that, and we'll get on with that path, lad. Hopefully we'll see you again, and Florian Wirtz will twist you up. That'll be nice, lad. Other than that, in a bit, that's it, lad. Like there's no. I'm not gonna do like the Paddy the Baddy thing where he's flipping at him. I'm not. I don't have enough visceral reaction or hatred in my body to do it. I just want to focus on Liverpool, our new signings. I'm more gutted about Robbo now leaving, lad, because he's our guy, lad. And I was going to say this before, not only was he a fantastic footballer, he was just funny in the dressing room, lad. A lot of the documentaries that you watch of him, he looks like a top fella to be friends with.
Keeps the energy levels high in the changes, doesn't he?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, big him up, man. So Andy Robertson, stay, leave? Does he get a contract extension? Or maybe is this a ploy to maybe, get him a new deal? Maybe it's a rumour that circulates that the end result is, well, actually, we want you to stay. It's a new deal. But then that's a tactic by his agent.
Yeah, it could be, lad, and we've seen that many times. If he does end up leaving, we have to keep Simi. Like we cannot have just one left back.
That is a big hot topic.
Yeah, we have to keep Simi.
What happens to Kostas Tsimikas now? Because I'm pretty sure he was almost resigned to leaving this year. But with this news coming in, would you be happy with the Tsimikas rotation next season?
When you say happy, yes. That's Kirkes is a great
have
player.
To buy another left back?
No, I think you keep Simi for now. Like you don't need to change it so much. We're already getting a new starting left back, a new right back, a new striker, a new 10, and like we're getting players all over the pitch. I don't think we need to add to it. To be quite honest with you, if we're getting rid of Robbo, get rid of Simi next season. We need adequate cover.
When do you think the Milos Kirkes deal gets over the line?
Second this window opens again, mate.
I think it's opening in tomorrow.
Yeah, I think it gets done very quickly. I think the Florian Wirtz and the Kirkes thing gets sorted next week. Done. What I would have loved when we were talking about Trent, when he got announced for Real Madrid, I would have loved for Liverpool to announce Wirtz, and I think they probably did try to work on it, but they got pushed back loads. I would have loved Wirtz to be announced the same day as Trent, just to take away the shine. Does that make sense? Take away the attention from
it down a bit.
Yeah.
So yeah, Andy Robertson, let us know. Next up, again, we have to talk about Real Madrid.
Mate, honestly, this one's going to annoy me a lot. This one,
yeah,
this one is annoying me.
When I said, 18 months ago, all these articles that Marca do to intimidate, to pressure, to almost bully another team into getting a player in for free. The Sport Bible did a post saying Real Madrid have already started to work on signing another Liverpool player for free in Canate after recently poaching Trent from the Reds. Other top clubs are now becoming afraid of Los Blancos because of their free agent signing policy, as they know that when Real Madrid come in, it becomes very difficult to keep their players. And this is what they do. And they're doing the same already, by the way, with Arsenal's Miles Lewis-Skelly. They've already internally... Really? It's like this is just sums it all up.
Someone's got to stop these, like kind of where the football stop these from doing this.
But this sums it up for me. There's a tweet here from the Madrid Zone, and it says confirmed with the alert emoji. Real Madrid have internally discussed signing Arsenal's Miles Lewis-Skelly at Marca. I mean, that's like saying, confirmed, Doyle and Alex have internally discussed their delight for Guinness. Well, yeah. So we don't have to know everything you internally discuss.
Yeah,
and even if you do, like, does it need a tweet? But again, that's got 1 million views. So
it's media, mate. That's what media needs to do, doesn't it? It needs to
what
squeeze every drop out of everything they can get out of it.
in bed with Madrid.
Yeah, of course.
Metaphorically. They go, right, who do you want? We'll throw out a few articles, start pressuring some teams. And then all of a sudden it goes from, haha, look. And then it goes from that to, shit, they are
Gets
interested.
the players thinking about it.
And it's like they're manifesting moves totally against what your club wants for free most of the time as well.
It's diabolical.
Konate needs to sign a new deal, otherwise this is going to happen next year now as well.
Think...
Thanks, Marca. Thanks, Madrid.
John, my honest opinion, lad. I genuinely think if... Okay, my honest opinion. What do you value more? Is performance value this season or the money that you're going to get for him? What right now in this transfer window?
For Konate?
Yeah.
How much do you think he would be?
He's only got 1 year left. I think he's worth, if he had a 5-year contract, I think he's worth about 60, 70 million. He's a fantastic centre-back. He does have a bit of brain fog sometimes, lad, but he's elite, mate. He's one of the best centre-backs in the world. So right now with 1 year on his contract, I think he'd go for like 30, 40 million, which I don't think is enough.
No.
I don't think it's warranted to sell him this season. And I think I'd much prefer to have him for one more season and get that performance value out of him, because 40 million...
doesn't really move the needle.
No.
Doesn't impress us
but
much.
The one thing that I'm confused about is, didn't they just buy that Dean Housenson?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huysen,
So
Housen.
who've they got next to him? They've got Rudiger.
They're not littered with centre backs. I think they've got Eric Garcia as well.
He's a young lad.
Yeah.
And they've got that Arbeloa. Is that what his name is? Arbeloa?
No, I know who you mean though, but it's not Arbeloa.
No, it's something like that.
But they probably will be looking for someone to play with Dean Huysen for the next 10 years.
Like Rudiger and Konate, in my opinion, are quite similar in profile. Aggressive front-footed defenders that like to get in there. Rudiger's off his head.
Yeah.
No, Konate's not that style. He's funny, but he's not off his head. But I can see Real Madrid going for Abu. He's a great replacement. He's young.
But what are we going to do about this to stop it? Because again, the rumours have already started circling.
Give him a contract.
But how? Because we've got Virgil there, we've got Mo there, we've got Ali there, all signing, or Ali will sign a new contract. But we've almost locked down the priorities. How much of a priority should Liverpool give to Ibu Konate for his new deal? Because this time next year we could again be seeing him leave for free.
The way I see it, right, when you buy players,
it has to be signed this summer, right?
Yeah, it does.
We don't want to get to January again thinking the same thing.
That's the point. So the way I see it is, players don't just offer value from their playing ability. Like Ibu's done it all now. He's won everything, right? He's won the Premier League. He's won a few trophies. He hasn't won the Champions League, but he's won most trophies.
Yeah.
So now what he is a winner. He's got that winning mentality, and that goes a long way when you're going for titles and you're going for cups. So aside from his playing ability, his mentality is also elite. And I just don't think that we're going to be able to replace him with 40 million, 50 million, just like that. Getting a winner in, getting someone that's done it all before, getting someone that's young, that's that good. I just can't see it, mate. So I think we try and just give him a contract and prioritise him and just make sure that he feels valued at this club. Say, right, we'll give you a 5-year contract. What wages do you want? He's on 80 grand this right now, right? He wants to up his wage. That's what he wants to do. Okay, we'll up your wage, lads. Give you 150k, something like that, yeah. Give you 150k, 5-year deal, mate. And then if you do end up going to Real Madrid, at least we're going to get some value for you. And also, you're telling Real Madrid, I want these wages. And also, you know, you're looking after us. Like, I can't stand the thought of another one of our players going to Madrid for free. I like it.
It makes me feel sick.
It burns me. I don't, mate.
It makes me feel
and
sick.
Don't get me wrong, they're not doing anything illegal. They're not. But it's just the most insidious club that just get in the minds of every player. And I don't understand it. You know, it feels like they get players on a free, right, to maximise, to lessen the potential risk of signing these huge players. So if they get Trent for free now, yeah, they give him a wage, what, 5 million a year or something, and that's what they're paying for him. Instead of paying 100 mil, paying a 5 mil a year, and then he doesn't perform and he's lost out on 100 million. It's incredibly smart. They're using all of the pull that they have, but it just makes me feel sick because all the players are like, yeah, cool. If they valued you that much, they'd give you 100 million to the clubs and just get you in, but they don't. That's the way I see it. They don't actually value these players so highly, because if they did, they'd stick in big fees for them, but they're trying to minimise the risk. That's what they're doing by doing this, lad, and it's so smart and horrible at the same time.
It's horrible. And when Liverpool are negotiating this new contract, because there would have been talks, of course there would have been already, we're going to be saying to him, you think for 1 second we're letting you go for free to Madrid again. But how can we stop it? How can you actually stop it?
You can't.
The player power that players have nowadays it usurps what the club has, because them and their agent are going, right, let's hold off signing, then we can get a bit of attraction, start throwing some numbers around to go back to Liverpool if they don't want to match them. And I don't know, like...
The strength of a club now is in its recruitment. How easy is it to replace certain individuals and assets in the club? And I just think Konate is a huge one. He is very difficult to replace. I can't... Tell me a centre-back now, and I know you won't be able to. A centre-back right now that you think can slot into Liverpool's team and do the job that Konate is doing.
We've been linked with Jarrell Hato, haven't we?
He's a left back that fits in as a centre back, and I get it. But
and that's Virgil's side as well, isn't it?
I get that, yeah. So where does he actually? Who do we get?
There isn't one that pops up. Someone said to me the other day, Calvin Bassey from Fulham, but again, not like a top elite Champions League, World Cup level defender.
There isn't, and you can tell us in the comments, is there a centre-back that you look at that goes, I can immediately replace Ibu with this fella, quality-wise and mentality-wise? Because I've seen a lot of comments all over it saying, well, he's just a replaceable player, like every player that plays for Liverpool. And I do like that mentality in certain ways, but you have to value these individuals. Mark Gay is a great player. He is, but he's not like Konate, but he is a great player.
Would you have him?
Yeah.
If Konate left?
Yeah. There you go, you put me wrong straight away, lads. There you go, I'll shut up. Mark Gay is a great one. Definitely, but I still don't think
60 mil though.
Ability-wise, great. Mentality-wise, don't know yet. We haven't seen him go to the end of the line and get across and how he deals with pressure. We haven't seen it. So he did it for England, but it's a very different type of style of football. It's much easier on an international level, in my opinion, to play. Yeah. So I don't know, mate. Usually let us know. Annoying. Mark A is the only ones that we can think of.
Yeah,
I would have got that Dean Howson.
It's actually Howson. That's how he likes it pronounced.
Howson. Yeah, I would have got Dean Howson. He would have been great. But guess who got him? So
yeah, them again. By the way, 21 years ago today. Any clue what happened?
What day? No.
2004 on this day.
Did we sign somebody?
Rafa Benitez was appointed as Reds boss.
And he won the Champions League.
And he won the Champions League in his first season. So there's another little nostalgia one for you. Right, let's move on to
transitional period for Liverpool. Them. 10 years, mad.
It's crazy.
2 managers at one point.
Right, let's move on to another big burning hot topic. It's Darwin Nunez. And according to Fabrizio Romano, Napoli have advanced from initial phone calls to direct and serious talks over Darwin Nunez. The club is actively working on the deal. And if you are an Italian reader, in the Corriere della Sport, in the sport pages today over in Italy, it says the assault on Darwin Nunez begins. Napoli and AC Milan on Darwin Nunez's radar. He can leave Anfield. A €60 million deal. The allure of Champions League can facilitate the move of the Italian champions. 40 goals in 3 years for the Uruguayan, which just isn't enough, really, isn't it?
No,
but he's the front page of the paper there. Assolto a Nuñez, Darwin Puyo, La Schedieri Anfield, whatever that means. So Napoli and Milan are looking at the number 9 of Liverpool for a €60 million offer. At this stage, we've heard the Saudis are interested. We've heard Napoli and AC Milan are interested, which I think would be a good move for him. The latter two, maybe not Saudi. I think he's still got way more to give.
Yeah.
And if he did go there, it would obviously be for the money. But Napoli or Milan, any preferences?
Napoli. I think they've just won the league. They're a great emerging side again. They've won the league 2 times in 5 years. They're exciting. Kevin De Bruyne's just went there, mate. Kevin De Bruyne plays for Napoli. That blew my mind. I thought it was AI when I seen the video. I genuinely did. I couldn't believe looking at it. They're recruiting good players. They've got Scott McTominay. People are going there revitalised and feeling good about themselves. I like Darwin Nunez. I don't want to begrudge him in any single way. Yes, he's frustrating to watch, but he's endearing and we all love him. So we want to see him go and play nice football somewhere else and enjoy himself. And if he's going to the Italian league with that pace and that physicality, he's going to have a nice time, mate. I think he'll get back to some of his best abilities like he was in the Portuguese league. And I think Napoli is spot on for him. I really do. I think that would be a great time for him. He's got Kevin De Bruyne passing the ball.
Lukaku's still there as well, so maybe they go 2 up front, or Nunez replaces Lukaku, who's getting on a bit But yeah, man, listen, it hasn't worked out, and Doyle knows out of anyone how much I've defended him over the years, blindly at some stages as well. So who would I prefer him to go to? Yeah, it probably would be Napoli, but I think last week we both said 60 mil would be
adequate. I mean, I think Saudi done 75, but for the happiness of the player, I'd rather him see go to 60 million because we like him. He's a super endearing character.
Yeah. Let us know what you think about Darwin Nunez, where he ends up, which club you'd prefer him to go to, and the money you'd like to ideally bring in for the Uruguayan. I mean, if he does go to Milan, one of his first games would be against Liverpool in Hong Kong.
Oh, in the pre-season?
Yeah, which I'm actually going to, you know.
You're going to Hong Kong?
I'm going to Hong Kong.
When did this happen?
Last week.
Wow, with these?
Yeah.
Sick, amazing.
With the Kop TV, yeah.
Boss.
So that would be fun. But yeah, I wouldn't want to see him play against Liverpool necessarily. I mean, we might play against him in the Champions League, so obviously Napoli are in it as well. But yeah, I think I'd prefer Napoli. I just when I think about it, I can see him in an AC Milan shirt.
Yeah.
Because remember we played AC Milan last year, and he swapped shirts with someone and put it on, and there was even rumours back then, like September last year, of him going to Milan. But I think for him, if he starts well, if he hits the ground running over in Napoli and Milan, they will adore him. There'll be shrines, there'll be, you know, meetings with the Pope if he goes to Napoli. Like, he can explode and he can become what we thought he could become, but it's just not going to be with us.
No.
But listen, what a way to send him off. He's won the Prem.
Yeah.
Big him up.
That's why we said it didn't actually work out. I guess it didn't technically, but it did because he ended up winning loads of trophies.
He came to Liverpool to win the Premier League.
And he did it. Now he can go to Italy and go and win the Serie A with Kevin De Bruyne and
then
the
go to Saudi in like 3 or 4 years once you've ripped it up and you're ready to go there. So let us know, man. Darwin Nunez, the love affair that never really worked out for us, but we had a good run. We had a decent one.
We still love him, lad.
We still love him.
Endearing guy. He'll go down as a little cult hero for Liverpool, and everyone will remember him. They'll remember his missus, but they'll remember him.
Yeah, absolutely. And not his wife, his actual missus that he missed for Liverpool.
Like the goals,
I thought that's what
missing the goal,
you meant,
not his girlfriend.
So listen, man, it is what it is. Just a little tweet there to finish us off. Peter Bolster online says, if Konate won't sign a new deal, sell him. No more players walking out for free, especially to them. It sends the right message to anyone thinking they can just run their contract down. Yes, it means more upheaval, but we're already heading that way anyway.
That's a good mentality.
Do you like that tweet?
I do. I think he's absolutely right. He's trying to send a message. And I guess I'm just being fragile in the sense that I want to maximise performance value. But that is true. We need to send a message to the players in the clubs that if you're going to take the mick out of us, we're just going to get rid of you because we don't need that at the club. And he is right. It'll cause more upheaval than we need right now. But is it? It's like cutting your nose off to spite your face a little bit. That's the way I see that. But also I can see why he's doing that because he's trying to send a message. So let us know what you think we should do about Konate, because that's the biggest one in my opinion. I think Robbo, if he goes, we've got a pseudo solution there with Tsimikas and Kirkes, but if Konate goes, that's big for us. It's big.
Yeah, and if he does, if that's even a thing that's going to happen, let us know.
We're already lacking depth in the centre back.
Fee would you want as well? Also, there's another bit of news that came out, maybe under the radar, and I've got a source, right? I can't reveal the source.
Tomato brand, what?
We were looking this week at HP, Hwang In Boehm, who is a South Korean footballer who plays for Feyenoord, Arne Slot's former team, and apparently was on his way to the AXA. This is my source. And then I've just got a message now saying that the Hwang deal has collapsed. Loads going on behind the scenes we don't get to hear or see about. But yeah, he was a firm favourite at Feyenoord. He's probably worth about 15 mil. Central midfielder. Number 4, number 6. So yeah, not going to happen now apparently. But no one would have known that because we don't know everything that goes on behind the scenes. Also, Jaros, the goalkeeper, is going to go to Ajax on loan.
Good lads.
With Johnny Heitinga. He's going to sign a new contract extension and then go on loan. Feelings about that?
Great, good for him, lads. Go and enjoy your time in the Netherlands. Yeah. I've got no begrudgement to these players.
And just to finally finish us off, Hugo Ekitike, I'd still like him to come through.
If Nuñez is going, we've got no sense of... We've got Giota, who was on the pitch about 5 times a season, mate. So we need a striker. Unless you're going to play Vert in a false 9. But then, in my opinion, that's not the way to play Vert. one of his best attributes is how he travels up the pitch. And if you're going to put him at the top of the pitch, he's already losing one of his best attributes. We've bought him to be a 10. He needs to play as a 10, in my opinion.
Yeah. Thoughts on Ekitike?
Great player. I've seen a load of him. I've seen all his highlights. Seen a few games of him. Big lad, strong, fast. He looks decent.
From what
Fee's going to be about 60, 70 million.
Yeah.
Not too bad. If we sell Darwin Nunez as a direct replacement, no problem with that. Okay. 60 mil to Napoli, 60 mil to Frankfurt. Cool. That's like a straight swap. No problem with that.
At the minute, it seems like only Liverpool and Chelsea have held concrete talks with him. But
United wants them as well, didn't they?
Yeah, United have chucked their hat in the ring as well. But again, let us know. Striker-wise, there's still time to lock that one down. Ekitike is obviously an option, but me personally, if I could pick and choose, hand pick, it would be the main man, Julian Alvarez. But
yeah, of course.
Apparently his missus doesn't like the weather in England.
Julian Alvarez is a dying breed of striker, mate. He is a classical number 9. He can score absolutely every type of goal. He is what you want in the box, outside of the box, on the back post, the front post. He is, in my opinion, a classic, fantastic number 9. And I'd love him at Liverpool, but he's not coming. So we need to get someone else. There's no way he'd come to us, lad.
Nah. Well, let us know who you would prefer. Right, we've spoken about Andy Robertson, spoken about the number 12 for Real Madrid, briefly and short. We've obviously spoken about Darwin Nunez, Ibu Konate as well. So let us know what you think to all of the topics, the hot topics that we have discussed today. I think once the Club World Cup starts clicking into gear, the transfer window opens up again today. And we should... Let us know in the comments, actually, when we are going to see Florian Wirtz holding up that Liverpool shirt.
Can't wait.
What number is he going to be? And let us know also when Milos Kerkez is going to be holding up that Liverpool shirt as well. And obviously, Darwin Nunez, Andy Robertson, players that could be leaving. Let us know what you think about them.
This is just another point, that quick. Yeah, this is why, Ibu, you need to sign a new contract, because look at the exciting young players that we're getting in around you, lad. You can be the next Virgil for us if you want to be and win stuff, Champions Leagues, Premier Leagues, all of it. Stay, lad.
Stay. Right, guys, smash that like button, get your comments into the hot topics that we've discussed today, and we'll see you the same time here again next week. All the best. Up the shirts. I mean, up the boots. What am I on about?